I'm in Redmond, Oregon for a couple of days for work and have a place to stay at Eagle Crest Resort. Yesterday, I checked out Cline Butte's OHV area just a few miles west from here. Today, I've got an ambitious backcountry loop planned up through a part of Central Oregon I've never explored before. Almost forgot.
I stuck a little piece of cloth underneath the iPad today, see if it'll absorb some of that road noise and give us a little bit better audio out of this thing. I did order a microphone for the iPad, but guy had a piece of wood fly out of his truck. He's not even stopping to go back and get it. Dude. All right, where was I? I ordered a microphone for the iPad so we could get better audio in the car, but it didn't come before I left for the trip. So hopefully this little pad will help a little bit. All right, I'm excited. I'm off the highway and on a national forest road here, heading sort of north, skirting along the eastern flank of Black Butte. Getting a little rain here now that we're just a little bit to the west. Well, that's the end of the pavement. I better stop and air down. I probably don't need to go all the way down to 22 like I did yesterday. Probably start at 25 just to smooth out the ride. I don't have a GoPro with me today, so I'm having to do filming with the phone. Man, I just love rock formations.
Well, this is a pretty nice campsite. A bit windy, but wow, what a view.
can't believe the views along this road.
I was originally thinking this was just another dead-end spur to another campsite, but it just keeps going and getting more and more interesting. And look at this crazy little lava field all of a sudden, perched right on the rim of the canyon.
Prairies, little lava field, amazing views. What an incredible little drive that was. Well, I finally made it to one of my actual planned stops. This one's going to require a little bit of a hike right up the trail here. Looks like we're going to have a nice little view on the way. Well, that, my friends, was all kinds of awesome. Those rocks, that area used to be completely forested, and nobody knew those rocks were there. You couldn't see them from any place. And then fire came through some years ago, exposed those rock formations, and it's a little more known, but there's still a certain, what's the word? Pressure? That's not quite the right word, but expectation that the location not be overly shared or broadcast. And I'm not really always in agreement with the attitude of every cool spot has to be a secret. You know, if you find something that's cool, I'm happy for you to share with me so I can see it too. And vice versa. I mean, part of what motivated me to start the Softroading the West website was because I was having a hard time finding interesting places to explore or drive off pavement with the Forester, and I couldn't find very many resources. So I decided to start documenting the roads that I found, the areas that I found, cool places to camp. Anyway, back to that rock formation. I'm not going to go into specifics about it. There's enough clues in this video. You could totally find it if you wanted to find it. And it's worth it. It's really cool. I'm driving down this little dirt road on National Forest land, trying to find a little spot that I saw in the satellite pics. A little pond or something that I couldn't quite tell if it was man-made or natural. It looked man-made, it looked natural, so I'm gonna see if I can find it. In any case, the little road looked fun. Well, this road is the most questionable part of the day. I'm off a national forest land, but the road didn't have any restrictions other than no timber cutting. And the road does have a national forest designation, if I remember right when I planned this out. But it is primitive, and I got a long ways to go. I've decided to let even more air out of the tires. It's really rocky, and not so much for traction, but just for comfort. Well, this is a bit of a long, slow slog. I'm creeping along in first gear. Was the road I was planning on taking. It's kind of cool. We got out of the forest and opened out into this sort of open sagebrushy area. Neither of the roads that I thought would be possibilities have worked out. So I can see a little further up, this road veers off, forks off, and heads into national forest land. Hopefully not on the wrong side of a gate here. Alright, this is the road that I spotted that looks like it veers off into national forest land. There is a national forest road marker. Crossing my fingers. I'm that little orange triangle. That green is National Forest. Come on, baby. Get us there. Back on National Forest land. Of course, I'm not out of the woods yet, literally and figuratively. I've been on plenty of National Forest roads that ended up being impassable at some point. So I'm definitely gonna have to give up on the other half of my planned excursion today. There was just no way to get to the road I thought I was gonna get to. Maybe I'll do that tomorrow in the morning before going back to Eugene. Or maybe I'll just save it for another time. I don't know.
For now, I'm going to find my way back to Redmond, take care of a little more work, and get ready for tomorrow's departure back to Eugene.
Well, it's Saturday morning and I'm going back to Eugene today, but I realized I was just so close to the other half of yesterday's excursion that I'm just going to buzz up and see what it looks like coming from this way, if I can even get to those roads or if it would have been a bad idea all along.
Turned off on a little side road here. I think I see something interesting up on the hillside in the distance. So there's the little road I was just driving up, and you can barely see it continuing up there, but it's really disappearing. I'm not even sure it's gonna get over to what I spotted on the hillside there. So this is good enough. I'm gonna hike over there and see if it is what I think it is. Well, I was wrong. It's just a tree. Looks like one that's been brought down by lightning. All the sort of right angles from a distance look like an old collapsing cabin up here. Not sure if we're looking at a lightning strike here. You can see that this whole area actually burned at some point. All the trees are dead and burned. So maybe it was a lightning strike that caused a fire.
Alright, so it wasn't a little cabin. Time to get back on course here.
This is a dead-end road that goes up to the Alder Springs trailhead, which looks to be an interesting little hike, but I don't have enough time to squeeze that in today. I'll definitely be getting back out here though. The video certainly isn't doing it justice, but man, every turn reveals a new vista of spectacular Central Oregon scenery. Scouting this trip via Google Earth, it looked interesting enough, but wow, it has exceeded my expectations in every way. Well, I'm definitely not the only one out here today. This road just gets more and more awesome the further down I go. It's definitely a challenging little drive, but the terrain is incredible. Well, I'm glad I came out here today. I almost was just going to go back to Eugene, but it was totally worth it. Finding that little gulch with those rock formations, and then the creek crossing, the drive through that ponderosa forest, really just a great way to end the trip. I've just got a little ways further to go down through some national forest land, and then I'll air up and head home.